Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, depends on where you at. Welcome back to the 007, where the love walk is king and everything else is second place. Yo, we got another one for today, y'all. Keeping your head up in the midst of your troubles. When things are rough, just remember who the real problem solver is. Crack open your proverbs, your palms, and get some understanding. Yeah, I know they say, man, it ain't real, man, and they cut it up, they did this. Yeah. But guess what? That book that they call so-called been cut up 9,000 times. Keep being accurate. You know, and every rich man that they interview always say the Proverbs or the Psalms or the book of the Bible taught them how to create a rich life. Not just a rich life, but a peaceful life. So, with that being said, do y'all feel like somebody might be getting played out here? See, this world, it seems like some people don't want you to get true understanding. So they throw camouflage in front of you and all type of negativity. Y'all know how they do. Whenever they don't want you to get understanding, real understanding, they come with the camouflage. They come with the sidetrack. So, with that being said, now the Bible and the history of religion, as they call it, quote, might have some disturbing issues with it. But you gotta remember, the Almighty God says, study to show yourself approved. Now, why would he say that? How come everybody that was named big time in the scriptures came out on top, even though they fought some terrible battles? Paul, Job, Enoch. The list can go on and on and on. Even Jesus, who some people say is not real, they all came out on top in the end. See, you gotta understand that some people say what ain't meant for you ain't meant for you. No, what you don't study and go after to get understanding is not meant for you. The only thing that's good coming from the Lord that's not good for you is what you don't study. See, when you try to skip corners and shortcuts and all that good stuff I'm trying to say, then you get what you get. You know what I'm saying? You go with the fast life, you get the fast consequences. You go with the slow building block, you get the longevity of good living. See, even in the midst of your trials, which a lot of people on YouTube are definitely going through some trials, either they're bringing the trials on themselves or they got people who work diligently and ain't happy unless they stealing, taking, and robbing from somebody else. See, it's not a crime if somebody hands you something, but it's a crime when you take something. See, when you know the truth and you research the truth, and the truth feeds you knowledge, and then you go and retrieve that knowledge, that's not against the law. What's against the law, at least in my world, the USA of America, is when you try to build something and somebody see your potential, they see what you got, and they just, instead of going and get their own, they come and try to steal what's yours. It's a whole lot of people who went to the graveyard who were supposed to be successful people. But because of these wicked, evil people, they go to the grave undesirable and unfulfilled, half empty, but also half full. So, with that being said, I know I'm throwing a lot out there, but you got to understand, when you're going through a trial, when you're going through hell, when you're being attacked by ignorant people, you got to do what Martin Lawrence said back in Martin. You got to read, man. You got to get knowledge. You got to get understanding. And then you got to put that knowledge to use. Come on now. Even Ronnie Roan knew that. You got to keep moving forward and turn the ignorant ones over to the one who's in charge of all things. See, there's one person who says there's no God but him. But that's the ignorant one, because God blinded to him. He can't see above his own ignorance. See, don't be like the ignorant ones. Go get your own. Get your thing. There's plenty out there. Go build a legacy for you and your family. And when the ignorant ones come, don't fight them. Just turn them over to God and keep on pushing forward. Sometimes it's going to get rough. But believe me, if you got faith as a mustard seed, everything in the end will turn out all right. And for your enemies, the ones who's trying to take, kill, and destroy what you have going on, take it from an old school vet who's been there, done that, and walking it out. Keep your head on the plow. Keep your eyes keep your eyes moving forward and your hands on the plow. And do what you do. But never reply to their ignorance. See, a person who replies to ignorance down the road becomes ignorant. A man who don't stand up for justice will soon fall through justice. See, you gotta have some standards. Never hook up with a man who has no balls and no moral standards to do the right thing. And never get with a woman who can't love and walk in truth, who can't line up with who the Father is and what he created her to be. And I ain't saying she's supposed to be in the kitchen, this, that, and the other. I'm saying she's supposed to be the helper. Whether she's out selling silk or out there starting $1 million company, she is to be the beneficiary to her mate. And if she don't have a mate, she's free to go do her thing. Just because she's a woman don't mean she has to be in the kitchen and cleaning the house. There are plenty of beneficial ways that I'm going to touch on to down the line, that women and men who work together as one can conquer a whole lot of things if they just cut out the world and the ignorance that's being pushed out there and pushed forward. See, to have somebody in your corner is a blessing, a true blessing. And some people don't appreciate them blessings. See, when you turn down a good thing, whether it's a man or a woman, whether they got a little bit of money or a whole lot of money. But see, when you got a whole lot of money, it's easy to get the women to do some things. But when you're broke, or you got everybody against you, where is that good man at now? Where is that good woman at now? Are they in the background? It's all right to be in the background if they praying and giving God thanks for your deliverance. See, that's one of the greatest things of having a partner. Sometimes your partner can't get you out the mess in a physical way. But a good mate will go to the Lord and give praise and thankful in advance for your deliverance. And God will see that man or woman doing that. He will receive it and then put it into the milk box of the person who's going through the storm. Understand what I'm saying, y'all. If you don't understand what I'm saying, let me break it down on another level. A good mate, you can't put a price tag on. If you got a man or a woman that's doing all the right things, but they might not have the resources to take it to the next level, But you know the quality of that man or woman is priceless, and you have the resources, or you have the mouth to open up to God, and God hears your voice. That's another thing we're going to be talking about down the line, because not everybody who calls on the Almighty God gets heard. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm going to short it all, but tune in down the line, because there are nuggets to be put out. And everything ain't boo-hoo whining in these YouTube and social media platforms that they putting on it. Some things are for your beneficial. My name is Frank the Brother Man Beard, and I'm right now chit-chatting from y'all in Winnemucca, Nevada, where I'm doing the best I can to be the best man I can be. And the only way I can do that is to keep on pushing forward. So keep your prayers in for whoever you love. If they're going through a storm, don't downrank them. Don't walk away from them if you know that they are a genuine person. Go to the Father, pray, and give God thanks in advance for delivering that man or woman who needs help in their time of need. That's better than money. Money can't put a price tag on when God hears your name. Peace.